Alright, not to be a big down or anything, but this game is... I'm going to try and get through the video as quickly as possible. Why? Because I just recorded the longest game of the day of the season, where I gave you a bonus clip of... standing on a ledge so that a guardian would, when he judges intervention to me, he didn't get up the ledge and he just wasted it on Colosseum. And I showed you a whole game that was really close. It was like down to the wire. We had a triple kill at the end. If we'd cleaved them out, we would have won. We lost in the end. I made a crucial misplay in the middle that lost us some points. It was a good game. It was a really long game of the day, and I wasn't recording. That's twice in a row that's happened now. It was a pain in the ass to fix last time. So instead, you're going to get this game that I just played extra, and we're barely going to pause it. Because I do want to do the game of the day every day, but it's just going to crush my soul to redo that other video, you know, another 40 minutes worth of stuff. This is just like something extra I try and do at the start of the day, and not to obsess over for me, which means, yeah, you're going to get this instead. So I'm not going to pause much. I'll just try and wrap out what's happening as it happens. It's not a good game at all, really, and you'll see why. It's also extremely low rated. I've been playing pretty bad ranked queues recently. But one of the things I'm doing at the moment, I'm playing support Tempest. This build is a Condi Cleanse variant build. One of the things I mentioned in the video you're not going to see in the end was how much I love the shout diversity and stuff at the moment. Like, I don't have Earth Aura on at the moment, but I really like that. I love the Immob, I love the blasts, so it's really hard to give up. Anyway, yeah, I'm playing anti-Condi here, which isn't actually a good idea for the matchup, but I'm doing it because I want to get more used to how squishy it is and what it does for, like, 2v2s and whatnot. Because, yes, I played in a Dwayne's duo last night, and it was fun. I made a crucial misplay on it, which is haunting me, but I want to practice this a bit more. And so, yeah, that's why I'm playing this. We're on Khylo. It's extremely low rated. I think I've just swapped back to EU, and I do actually want to actually climb. None of these videos you've seen in ages have actually cared about climbing. Some of you in the comments are like, oh, you should really try to climb. It's really important. I don't really care about climbing at the moment. But, yeah, for now, it's the games are so low rated, it's going to be a bit nuts. Here we go. Let's go on in. So, you'll notice my position in the start and mid here is a bit strange in that I'm trying to support this guy, who's the only other one in, but I'm, like, back here. But the thing is, as an Auramancer, you can do fun things like this. I can give him a shocking aura through the wall. It doesn't matter, you know? It's not like I've got these weird clunky cones I need to deal with if I was a Firebrand. So, yeah, and the aura as well goes for the stun. So here, we're getting hit really hard, and I realize I'm in a meteor shower. We have a Starfairy against us, so it would have been really nice to be the Earth variant. I wouldn't have been licked here. Oh, man, I really hate that we've lost that video, because what you guys aren't going to see is how well this counters Mirage and Scourge and stuff. At least, well, particularly Mirage. At least from the gameplay that was in that video. Anyway, so, yeah, I want to support this guy. So, the mid is basically won because they have a Starfairy, right? So, we win that really quickly. We get the down, and I think, well, that's that dealt with. But then I realize I have a down, and I come back down, and I realize, actually, this is crazy volatile. So, I take this stomp because I don't see anyone here. And we get the rally on our Reaper, but, you know, he got really low there. And it's because this Starfairy's still alive and potentially could have cleaved him out super fast. So, yeah, we get that. Very, very easy mid. Very, very easy close. Good decap on far from our Thief as well. And yeah, that's basically the end of the game. And I knew that this was... It's not actually the end of the game, because you'll see why. I knew if it was a slam dunk, I'd be doing this in the game of the day anyway. But yeah, so I push up, because the thinking is all the respawns will come here. And I've got a guy that's aggressing. Me pushing up is good. The Necro that's back at mid, pushing up is good, as long as he comes out this side door here, I think. So that if they do cross, he can counter. The Mirage, I'm not so sure about. I think I would just have him standing on CT, watching respawns and backnoding. Instead, all 5 of them are coming here. Look at this. And so we're 5v1ing right now. And all the enemy team has to do is rotating in another direction. I see that instantly. I'm rotating back. The Mesmers. So what did this Mesmer do? Walk off and get us decapped. Thanks, mate. So we go over here, and I'm thinking, well, maybe I can Immob or something. But I'm too slow. Now what's happening is the Mesmer's engaged in there. I can't really chase that, and it's not my job. I can aggress this guy, but he's just going to get dragged into mid. I need to support the Mesmer. The Thief comes towards me, which is alright. The Mesmer gets the kill in mid really quickly, That was a Mirage matchup, mirror as well, which is kind of nice. These guys need to be moving back to close. And now look, the 5v1 we did on far, the guy's leaving it again. Look, there's going to be respawn. What are you doing? He might have a portal there, though, to be fair. He may have a portal. We have double Mirage, and it makes rotations a bit hard to tell. And I'll be the nice guy and say that, you know, it's all very smart here. So, he didn't have a portal. He got instantly decapped, and I noticed that. I can't push up. I want one of them to push up, so it's just really clunky right now. There's nothing I can do. All the kills, what have we got point-wise? Basically nothing. That guy needs to go up. I'm not going to go plus that. Instead, this fight's exploded over here. I'm chagrined to leave mid because I know that they're possibly about to have a respawn come and decap it, but my guys are getting low. They're letting the Ellie do free damage. And yeah, the Ellie doing free damage was a thing from the original mid I was really worried about, that nobody actually got on it instantly. But now they do. We win this, and look, I'm getting decapped in mids. So maybe I should have just stood there and been like bunker mode. But it did seem a bit scary that the Ellie might be able to do that. Start with the air overload for some preemptive shocking aura. So one of the things that happened on the game that will never be is I was talking about how Tempest is really fun against Mirage stomps, because if you get a shocking aura up, you can interrupt their stomps even when they're dodging, which is really cool. So here I take full cap. The guy that pushed up for far. So this is frustrating. I want to go up there because he's already outnumbered and he's going to get worse outnumbered. So I want to be the one that goes for that. And I'm actually really happy to see this guy stays on the node. Though I don't think it's because he's thinking about that. But it's too late and my dude's dead anyway. So we've got mid again. My team outnumbers back there, so there's no reason for me to go back. Really clunky. We're winning fights at least, but yeah. Mirage pushes up now into the 2v1, which is okay, except that I'm going to be forced to stay here and I can't support him. So double supports here, and you know, this is an awful rotation from this guy. He's ran ahead of his... He's banking on his guy being better than my guy, but it's solo queue and he has no assurance for that. So what he should be doing is helping this guy establish towards the node. I'm just going to counter him here. And you can say, well, WP, you're hoping your guy's better than his guy as well. Yeah, but the difference is I'm holding this and giving us points in the meantime. He's not doing anything in the meantime. If my guy loses, fair enough. I can walk off. And I've given us points in the interim. Or if my guy starts losing, he can come up here. I suppose his guy can do that too. But there's no point. There's no better. He can force a 2v1 over there. Well, sort of. Anyway, hopefully I've articulated that well enough. Thief comes in. I notice he's a little bit low. I support him. This is probably the most interesting thing on the entire game of the day. You ready? I don't want to give this up. So, the meteor shower's already there. I know that this Staff Ellie is only going to have lava fonts and autos after this. Swirling winds can defend us from the autos. So, we get chunked by meteors really hard here. Oh, I don't. Okay, so I double dodge. All right. He can't follow up on that. I rebound and know that I'm safe to walk in. The rebound will save this guy's life. I come in, and what I'm going to do is hold the node. I can't obsiflesh, right? So I stay in Earth, but I stand here, and this obstructs his auto, forcing him right around. And we reflect the next auto, right? So now we're reflecting. I don't really need to dodge in the reflect, so I take one. So now we reflect again and go into our Earth overload for another reflect. All the while, our regeneration and the auras themselves are healing us up. Finally, the Reaper comes in, and we just cleave them down. And we actually held the node. Hooray. So there you go. That's like the coolest little thing. I get knocked back, but he'd already been cleaved out hard enough. I don't know why the Reaper's walking back onto that. I would have left that. I like this idea of a big push here now. And again, same situation. This is like, it's all this now. And we've reset to where we were before. A big 5v1 Zerg. Not necessary. One Mesmer on the roof to watch. And the other guy coming around the side, I think. I can't do that. I can't be the guy that does that. Because I got to get up there and save their lives. So I come up. The Zerg establishes 5v1. Not 5v1, 5v2 this time, sorry. Anyway, 5 to far is what I'm trying to explain. I go pretty big pressure here. I'm just all about the damage, to be honest. You might have seen I was doing some interesting things with a super speed shout here as well. There would be a lot more to talk about if it was a different game. But sometimes I'll use it to just let someone really quickly rush off the node and counter the out of combat thing. You might say that that's too liberal of the skill, but the cooldown will nearly always be back up. So here's really frustrating. I mean, it's low bar, guys. We're watching some low bar stuff here. That guy isn't even capping the node we just won. Wow, mind blowing. I'm not staying for that. I want to actually be with the fights. Maybe I could, maybe I should, really, in this whole situation. But realistically, so I ping him as in, hey, the node, but like, look at this. And I'm just sort of watching. Just unbelievable. We have no nodes again. So now I see this thief's rotating like this. And I haven't looked at the minimap or anything. I'm just thinking he might have been pressured because he's in that area. So I've turned around, and again, I'm just going to splash an aura through the wall if he needs it. But then I realize he doesn't, and what the thief's doing is countering the atrocious necromancer play there. Well, not just the necro, everyone's partly to blame there. And the thief's got a fight to do there. I don't know whether I really want to support that fight, though. So I come up here, because the thief can just leave if he's struggling. Which is pretty zergy of me here as well. Maybe I should have gone straight. Yeah, I should have gone straight to the thief because he was 2v1 over there. So the thief has a reason to be mad at me there, I think. Here we super speed forwards. He's at least sustaining quite well. Like, he's, I think, the only player, I won't make any comment on myself, the only player on this team that actually is doing anything reasonable. So anyway, yeah, I make sure he's alive. We're fine there. I mean, look at this. Look at this, guys. You're going to see, spoilers, nobody cares about this game goes. You're going to see, I come out of this with like 24 kills, a death. Here's the death you're going to see in a second. And it's a close game. So, yeah, here I come in and I can support this. This is really nice. Finally, we're in a good engagement. I've got a Mirage I can heal the hell out of, who can do his damage. We're 3v2 here, and we will, in theory, win this 3v2. But then the enemy team zergs in and I die. So I get a bit excited about the potential of actually getting some value on my positioning. And yeah, we unfortunately go down. I get core guard bursted and whatnot. Here I go for this. Not because it's any good. I should stay on the node to prevent the decaps, but they're going to cleave me out anyway. I always try that if I don't really care about the state of the game too much at that point, which is, can I make that jump in Vapor? Because I think it'd be kind of cool if you can, and you can delay the... Because you technically have super speed movement while you're in Vapor. So in theory, the jump should be quite easy, even without having to like jump dodge or anything. And then maybe you can stop them stomping you long. I mean, the thing is, it is just putting yourself on a plate to be bled out for most of the situation. But there might be a weird moment one day where it's helpful. In the middle of a fight, for example. And I'm the first one that dies. Could get up there in Vapor. Anyway, respawn, go mid. I kind of want to support the Reaper who's low here. So I come over, I give him pressure, I give him auras, we kill the Guardian. We come back over towards here. This is good heals here. We give them both rebound because they're both pretty low. Get some days out. More auras, more heals. Everybody's 100% health. And look, do you see this? So here is a perfect example. The fight is won. Do you see my movement here? It's over. Like, these guys are still fighting. What should happen? You see how casually I just walked over here? Every single one of these players, except maybe one, should have done that. Because they should be looking for the next node already and just leaving one person to cap. They should all be doing this. And do you see how a second ago I looked over at far and saw that that was getting capped? Any other... the DPS players should be rotating there, preventing that cap now, pushing that line, right? Establishing the fight so that I can come and support it later. But they're just wasting... This is what is like... And I'm just... my hands are off the keyboard here. I'm just like, look at this. Just waiting. Waiting. Wait. Now one of them's finally moving. Waiting. Waiting. Like, it's just so annoying. He gets himself reflected with a pistol 5 there, I just noticed. On a super early distort from the opposing Mesmer, which is crazy to watch as well. So anyway, the Ellie comes here. Without Lightning Flash, I can't really push that too aggressively. I measure that my Mirage can kill the Ellie, so I push up. The Mirage currently on post commentary, it looks like is... Please tell me he doesn't leave mid. Please tell me the Mirage at mid doesn't leave, and he does actually fight the Ellie. It looks like he is. Anyway, I push up, so now I can support this fight. This is a good engagement. It's a 3v3? 3v2? 3v3? I think it's... Yeah, it's a 3v3. They have Mesmer, Firebrand, Reaper. It's actually a really cool... it's a mirror, isn't it? Except that they have Firebrand, we have Tempest. Anyway, they get the kill. I go for all the damage I can over it. So does everyone else. We start giving them might and more damage. Yeah, the Mesmer, look at that. Oh my god, we lose mid over that. Not sure what's going on close. Who's the thief been forced to dance with for ages? Like, the thief doesn't want to be in that situation either. The Mesmer walked down here and ignoring the Ellie and then walked back up. I hope this is a fun video and I don't sound too, like, just bogged down and grumpy. I'm not really that grumpy. If I'm grumpy, it's about having lost the other game that I would much rather have showed you. So, yeah, we come back to mid. We now have sides. Once again, my Mirage is zerging off. If he's going to zerg anywhere, zerg towards where they respawn. I think the main thing that I'm seeing here is none of these players, like, have any comprehension for the fact that respawns exist. I think that's what it is. Or they're all playing on the phone. I don't know. So here I'm happy to take the full cap. We lose far for this. Trading far for mid isn't necessarily bad, but we didn't have to trade far for mid here. That Mesmer could have stayed established here, chained some evades for a while. I could have been the one that rotated off first. One of the DPS could have stayed, and I could have come and supported him. We would have a 3 cap right now. Just such needless stuff. I got decapped there as well, actually, but we had a ton of players around, so I don't think it's too bad. I come back to help here. I think this is a better fight to support. Can do more healing the thief just at least for there. No, this isn't well, it kind of is in that we're going to win the game anyway, and we just have to get some more kill points. Maybe I should have gone far there. That could be a mistake of mine. Not a crucial one, but a mistake of mine. The fight gets taken all the way over here. This is really good. I love the look of this. Look at this. What a beautiful thing to rotate into as a sport. My guy's down. I obviously flash res. The guy rallies anyway, so I don't actually get res credit for that, which denies us an aura and stuff. No, I'm not an arcane. Ignore that. But yeah, then we win this fight. This game should have been... This video should be half the length that it is. Given how much of a free win this has been. I mean, really. The snowball should have been so real there. They should have like 5 points to 10. And that's it. And what I'm saying is that's purely on rotation as well. The builds versus the builds. The skill, the mechanical skill versus the mechanical skill. This is a 500-0, but these guys don't know how to move and cut off incoming and actually... They don't know what their roles is in terms of where they can stand on the map. Which is I mean, that is a huge point difference there. They gave them 250 points. That's what I think anyway. Maybe you guys can feel free to have a different opinion. Anyway, we support and heal that guy up. And there you go. Game of the day. Thanks very much for watching. Hopefully, I hope this has been fun, at least somewhat to watch. I'm mostly doing this for consistency and because I promised myself I'd be doing this every time. But yeah, I've got to get on to some other work for the day. Cheers, guys. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.